Hi, welcome. I'm Bill Wake. We're working on Dungeons and Patterns. It's a dungeon style game. We're working on a version written in Elm. It was originally live action. And we've been adding new puzzle types lately. And I finally convinced myself I needed to do what I kind of knew I needed to do, which was I had a bunch of types for different puzzles. And I was accumulating fields, one for each puzzle, and I really didn't want that. I really wanted to say there's a puzzle for this page and it should be one of these things. And when you do that, it's known as a sum type. And enums are an example, or union types in other languages. But for Elm, we have this notion of a sum type. All right, and we're focused on multi-answers. It's a puzzle where you're presented with some information on walls, and you're supposed to name patterns for the walls. And then the ordering puzzle, we want to rearrange things. So let's see what we got going here. All right, we left off with a failing test. And the issue is, let's get to the parser. We have the new puzzle type, and it's a tagged type. That's a sum type. So the tag tells, is it a dialogue and answers? It'll be ordering puzzle, or we have this kind of default no puzzle. We got through decoding the dialogue puzzle. Let's bring that one up. Oops. Okay, and it's a simple class. It's got two fields: a list of triggers and responses, and the answer. Back in game. Okay, and you can see that's what's going on. We have a dialogue. It calls map2. It's got two fields, dialogue and answer, and eventually it produces something with the tag dialogue. And we tried doing something similar here, but there's no the class. Well, let's look at this one. This one doesn't have an object. It just has a bare type here, a list of pattern names, which is the answers. And so we try and parse it, and we get this because the thing we're looking at just doesn't look like valid JSON to it. Okay, let's see. I really wish I got line numbers on these. Answers puzzle. Okay. Yeah, so here we have an object, but there's no key field. We have kind for answers that gets us here, but this really should have some sort of name. Okay, and I think we'll just call it answers. But I hesitate because it's gonna break things. All right, so let's go ahead. We'll say answers of list pattern name. Make sure I'm doing that similarly. Okay. Answers puzzle. Okay. And I'll just save that indent. Oops. I guess that's the normal Elm indenting. All right. And now everybody goes like, oh, wait, what? Well, we're going to have to work through these implications. Okay, I don't know where to start. Got room. Oh, really? It's just room. Okay. The room is maybe list of pattern name coming from answers puzzle. Well, let's answers puzzle. We just want to get the answers field out. Okay, so answers puzzle gets us to this thing, and then so this is answers for room. It's answers puzzle. Well, room. I don't know if I can do dot this dot that dot answers, and it's a maybe. So if I just say this, No. How about room.answers puzzle applied to room pipe to I don't know if I can. Is that the way we do it? No. Okay. What's the matter here? Unresolved reference. Oh, well, this is room, and it does have answers puzzle. Okay, so I don't need the room. Take answer puzzle of room, pipe it to oh, it doesn't know it's that type. We're going to get rid of a bunch of this problematic case stuff, but here we go. Okay, so the case is I guess it's a room.answers puzzle of if it's nothing, return nothing. If it's just puzzle, return puzzle.answers. Is that kind of right? Requires maybe found this. Oh, okay, say just then. Just puzzle.answers. Okay. And does that deal with, nope, there's still, okay, I guess we're going to work our way up. But game, room, something is, oh, am I on the right? Build. I need a much more strong visual indicator when I've run changes. Okay, so I think we're working our way back. Okay, now game. Okay, what's better? Requires maybe answer puzzle goes to list A, found maybe list A goes to list A. What was that method we just did? Did it give you anything? It gives you answers. And it deals with the maybe aspect. Let's see if we can work that in here. Get answers. Well, no, that can't quite be right. Okay, let me get these close to each other. Room and elm. Answers given a room, give us the list of pattern names. Get answers. Well, let's look at one of the others. Okay, optional answers puzzle. Right. mismatch. These mismatches are, I find them impossible to make sense of. Maybe JSON decode, list decode, list and string. Now I think the real root of it is this is not happy. So JSON.decode list. Let's do things by analogy. So I'm going to do this. The type is answers puzzle. Okay, I got to give it one field, so I'll just do a map. JSON.decode.field answers, and its type is JSON.decode.list of string. I think that's the analog there. And then we aren't you supposed to import for me? JSON.decode.map answers expression comma. Let's make sure we can see answers. That's puzzle. That okay. Puzzle answers exposing that. Okay, I'm just gonna let the compiler talk to me. Try adding A to see if that helps. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I've got a parenthesis mismatch. Okay, so I closed string, but I didn't close this. I should remember this thing about A, because that probably means I've got an extra argument because I didn't close parentheses somewhere. Okay, now what's the deal here? Optional answers puzzle. Maybe JSON decode list, decode string, nothing. Now I don't know why that got messed up. All right, let's see again. The argument is maybe answer puzzle. Goes to ordering puzzle. Maybe list string goes to B. Too many arguments. I don't know. It was so happy before. Let's comment this out a minute. Does that help? Answers puzzle. Oh. That's not really there now. Okay, okay. Yeah, since we changed the type of the answers puzzle, see, I'm trying to move it into puzzle. We can no longer just do a maybe decode string. We probably need to decode it like this. Well, I can probably put one in here for now. Answers decoder is decoder of answers puzzle. I don't know what it has two. And then There's a light bulb. No. Light bulb going here. Create. It's decoder equals. Okay. Well, how do we do this? It's not hard. Well, it's a little messy. I don't know. In a way, I just want to comment this thing out, because puzzle is going to subsume it. But let's see if I can make it go. I don't know. What I do know is this should be answers goes to that. It's like that. Let's see what that says. Okay, that's that one. Game. There's the watch. Boy. I feel like I want this again. Nope, not that one. This. What's your problem? Decoder answers puzzle. Found decoder list string. Exits is a list of strings. Require a decoder. Found decoder list. Do I have to pipe it to this? Required map goes to JSON room decoder. Well, I think I'm trying to make this become answers decoder. Okay. Now this, a field, decodes the string, then returns. I guess I'll do something like this. Two answers puzzle. Still one error. Okay, yeah, we saved that one. Now we got this answers puzzle length. And we have answers, gives us a maybe list of patterns. Somehow that should get looks up the room in the game and applies this function. So if I do this, I think I should get maybe answers should be answers puzzle. Oh, am I getting myself messed up because I got the same name twice? Puzzle answers. No, he has answers puzzle. Well, can I do it from that? If it's answers puzzle, what does that expression give me? Answers puzzle should give me a maybe. Maybe answers puzzle. Okay, so if I pipe to, what does Rome have? Well, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of what I want. Okay, let's comment these two and see if I can figure out what the types are. Okay, so his type and special link. The call produces maybe answers puzzle. Okay, so if you took maybe answers puzzle, well, maybe I got to do the other kind of thing. So maybe with default, if you don't get a real answers puzzle, you should make one up with an empty pattern list. Requires list of pattern name, found a function from list A to lint. Okay, let's see what we got again. What's the type? Required int found answers of list of pattern name. Okay, so if I take that answers, I should get a list. Okay, now what do I have? Found list of pattern name, and if I take the length, all right, I'm slow, but I get there. All righty. What else? Are we down to this? Game test, game test, game test, game test, message test, model test, view. Yeah, he's gonna have some problems. Okay, let's see what we can do with the tests. It required maybe answers puzzle. Put one in. Why is that okay up here? Okay. And the last one. Just decorator. Now I thought I could do this, answers puzzle with that. Need an import. And you just don't like that. Okay, so let's do the same thing. Answers puzzle. Unknown room, close that. What is your problem? Something went wrong, yeah, thanks. Okay, what else was complaining? Model test. A room where answers puzzle is a maybe answers puzzle. With a list. And I know it wants an import, but I don't know why it's not volunteering that. Okay, that one's happy. What else we got? Did I get off in my parens here? Maybe. Line 81 of game test. Okay. That's that one. That's unknown room. I guess I need that. And these are extras to get them out of order. Get too many? I don't know. All right. And view, I think, is all that's left. View message test. Answers puzzle is answers puzzle. Parend. And view. Oh, another message test, 36. Nope, wait. I need this to be like a big solid black line going across that I can't miss. Bright red, I don't know. Okay, but view, line 147. All right, so here's where we're dealing with multi-answers puzzle. Okay. Okay, so a model and a maybe answers puzzle. This is all going to change. Okay, we want to get a list of HTML messages. Right, so the patterns value is a answers puzzle, but I need... Okay, so what's patterns? Oh, patterns. Patterns is answers puzzle. Is that right? Patterns value is an answer puzzle. But it needs a list. Okay, can I say patterns.answers? Okay. View test. I don't think we have that one out. View test. Okay, convert empty answer puzzle to an empty list. View make multi-answers model.default model. Argument is maybe list A, but it's piping to a function that expects answers puzzle. Yeah, we want an answer puzzle here, not... I think this is just answers puzzle. And an import. Okay, this is... Well, it gets us kind of back where we were, maybe. Maybe this is different. Game can read JSON with dialog, puzzle, and answers. Oh no, that's not where we were. Okay, let's find this. Should be in game test. Game can read JSON with dialog and answers puzzle. Okay, the expected is a dialog puzzle. Oh, we got an answer puzzle with decorator. Well, that's actually not Well, it's legit in today's thing, but I would really rather get rid of it. Answers puzzle. Well, answers puzzles don't look like that anymore. They look like answers subdecorator. And even that, I'm not quite sure that's right. Let's go back to answers puzzle. Okay, answers puzzle is answers with a list of fields. Okay, that might be okay. I think we can, hopefully we can get the test to pass now. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so yeah, I don't think the, this isn't where we're going to be, but we got there. Okay. All right. Tests are passing. Let's see what happens when we run. I'm not super confident. Okay, well, that seems okay. You can do the dialogue. We can guess wrong. And we can guess right. Okay. That seems fine. We'll go through the door, a couple doors. We know it's proxy. Okay. Yeah, I think we're back where we started. With some improvements. So now we actually support the two puzzle types we already had implemented as separate fields, but now we're supporting them as this sum type. And this gives me the place when I want to add the ordering type. Where I'm less clear, I guess I just have to walk through the pieces again. All right, let's go from the, well, let's start up here. Okay, the model has a bunch of things, but one thing it has is the game. And the game, basically this corresponds to a JSON file that describes the dungeon. What room do you start in? What room do you end in? All that stuff. But the interesting part is the map, which says dictionary from room name to room. Here's room 1K. And then here's the room description. All right, let's go to room. Okay, so room has, well, it was a dialogue, maybe dialogue puzzle. And now we've made it just a puzzle. No maybe about it. Okay, so because we have a no puzzle, we can still get to the effect of having no puzzle in a room, which sometimes we need, but it sort of subsumes this. As I was saying, we don't really need answers puzzles anymore. We can choose whether our puzzle is a dialogue or an answers puzzle. All right. And given that, I think our next step is to rip out this answers puzzle field. Okay, so let's record that insight. Okay, need a field for answers and answer puzzle. Well, that was a yes. So we added a field. All right, eliminate hasDialog puzzle, etc. That's in the future. I think we've done this. That's that. This is all part of this. We'll indent a little. Okay. But now we want to get rid of answers puzzle from room. Eliminate answers puzzle from room. Okay, and so I'm trying to move to a single puzzle in my dungeon rooms. Okay, and that I think is gonna, at some point we have to deal with view. Yeah, and maybe we start there. So make view understand the puzzle type. We haven't really done that. Okay, so the way it is now, there's a bunch of methods, one for a dialogue puzzle, one for an order puzzle, one for answers puzzle, and so on. Maybe even one for no puzzle. But I would really rather say, view, here's a puzzle, display the puzzle as appropriate, not here's all the possible ones, let me list them for you. You know, it should be able to go through it should be able to make a big case statement on that puzzle thing and the puzzle kind and figure it out from there. So we'll pick up with that, but first let's just take a couple minute break and come back and tackle it. I'll see you in a couple minutes. Hi, welcome back. Okay, so what we have is this puzzle type in here, and we obviously display it because we saw it on the first page there. Let's see. So here's, hasDialog. I almost don't want to do that. Okay. So this is interesting to me. The hasDialog puzzle. I don't know if they're quite right. Model hasDialog. Well, it's a dialogue puzzle if this room has dialogue. And that's true if it's a dialogue puzzle. Well, it's true if it's a dialogue puzzle that has dialogue, I guess. Because if the list is empty, there's no dialogue to show. I don't know if that really happens. And I'm not sure the consequences. Okay. If you said you're a dialogue puzzle, I feel like you should have dialogue. And if you don't, that's more of a, you've chosen no dialogue, and so you've kind of lied about what you are. And that feels off. All right. So I almost, and this is where I'm feeling like I'm changing semantics a little bit, and so I'm hesitating. But on the other hand, we haven't been, our view, we've not worried about it. For the most part, we don't test the view stuff. There are a few helper functions we test, but across the whole view, I'm not been attempting to test, and maybe that's a mistake. I'll grant that possibility. But okay, so now let's understand hasDialog puzzle. Okay, room has dialogue puzzle. If it's dialogue. Oh, okay. Now I know this thing is always. All right. Some of these matter. Answers puzzle, okay. But so these are the three that constitute puzzles. And then this is sort of game activity. You can have visible exits, you can have a way down, and it could be the end of game. And those are all sort of possibilities independent of the puzzles. Okay. So what I want to say, scene model, acting. Where's acting? Acting is the dialogue. Okay. I really want to do something that's more like a puzzle. And it's going to take a puzzle and it's going to produce an HTML message. Import that. Okay. And this stuff is really should be subsumed by that. And I think the fact is everybody's going to have different stuff to do when they apply. So well, maybe I should say show puzzle. Show puzzle of a puzzle is a function. Okay. And it's a case puzzle of, I would love it if it would just spit things out for me. Well, one is dialogue puzzle. Goes to something. Unresolved reference. Let's try that. Okay, dialogue puzzle. Well, let's if you gave me a dialogue puzzle, I guess I can do a default thing and let's just produce, I think I have an empty text somewhere. Well, let's just do text like that. Okay. Let's get things compiling here first. What's your problem? Unresolved reference dialogue puzzle. Well, what do we got in here? It's all kind of yeah, that's all kind of worth exposing, I think. Why does that not like that? Oh, it's dialogues or something. Where's my puzzle? Dialogue. I'm starting to reuse words too much, I think. Okay. So here's acting. This is all to get the drop downs for that with the header. But that's pretty much it. Except we don't have the model. Maybe we need them both. Okay, so show puzzle with the puzzle and the model. If you're a dialogue puzzle, you should be doing acting of model. I don't know where the puzzle comes in. Okay, let's get it together and then we'll worry about it. Acting of model. Okay. Now, I think you also should be doing dialogue. Yeah, dialogue of model. So maybe I need to put these all in one big div. Oops. Not there. Acting of model. Let's see, it's more like this, I think. I guess I can let the formatter do it. Dialog of model. Okay. All right. So instead of showing one after the other in this div, I'm putting them in their own div, dialog and dialog puzzle. So I think I can say show puzzle of show puzzle doesn't really need the puzzle, does it? It just needs the model. No. Okay, somehow I have to do show puzzle. I have to get a puzzle somewhere, and then I have to give it a model. The puzzle is, well, it's really model.puzzle, right? No, it's not. Okay. The puzzle, I guess the model can dig up the puzzle. Let's do that. Let puzzle equals that in this. Okay, puzzle equals, I think this is supposed to backdent, outdent. Okay, to get the puzzle from the model, well, it's almost this, right? Get, let's start there. Game.get, I want to get something from the current room of the model in model.game. Okay, well, what's the function that's going to get me from a room to its puzzle? Is just dot puzzle, I think. Okay, so I'm saying in the model, figure out which room is the current room. That gives you back, it looks up the room in the dictionary, if you remember that being there, and comes back with a room. Room has a puzzle field, and puzzle field can be one of these possibilities. Right now we're only worrying about dialogues because that's the way we've done it so far, but in a minute we're going to switch. Okay. The test, the runs pass. Notice we don't use the dialogues, so that's a little suspicious. Let's go run it and make sure at least the front page is okay. Yeah, good. Okay. And that works. And let's try prototype. Yes. Okay, we have it twice because we didn't remove it. Okay, but we can remove it now. All right, so now this Now, there may be some case where somebody doesn't have dialogues in their puzzle, and I think they're mostly like some TBD kind of games. I just didn't flesh out the rest of the game. Okay, so this should be good. Test pass and reload. We should have one copy now. Yep. And make sure dialogue works and make sure we can select our answer. Yes. Okay. That is progress. Oh, I should have pushed before this even, but oh well. And let's make sure. Make view understand puzzle type. Okay, so that's what we've done. Right. View understands the puzzle type. Well, we're not quite done doing that yet, but it's progressing. Okay. Now, I don't know whether to jump like I think we can start refactoring stuff is what I'm getting at. Okay, so acting of model. First thing it does is look up the dialogues. But we know the dialogues because they're in our dialogue puzzle. Let's put this over here and back to this. Okay, so a dialogue puzzle has those dialogues, so we should be able to get them from that. And view. All right, and I don't think anybody's referencing this. Let's option F7. Okay, it's called in the place we just did. Okay, so if I gave the dialogues, I should be able to pass those in here. Acting dialogues. All right, and it needs this is a dialogue puzzle. Okay, and game.get room.dialog. Let's see if I get the type of this. Parameter model, a function acting defined in view. Can I get the whole thing? Game.get room to A to room name to game to A. Okay, so it calls room.dialog. What's room.dialog? There's a list of dialog triggers and responses. Okay, but notice we already have the dialog puzzle, so we can get puzzle.dialog directly. Okay, so and we're getting it directly from the puzzle. So I think the type is right and this is fine. Okay. Dialogues. Oh, it's not quite there. Okay. So this is really, I don't know. Dialog. Okay. That's coming from the model. There's no way around that. These are the triggers. The action comes from the model. It's funny, the answer is not. Right, because this is really the drop down. Well, we got a header, then the drop down, and the text response. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking that's a step forward. wimpy as it may be. Okay. And okay, we saved ourselves a lookup by knowing that the dialogue was there. I think the same thing is going to happen here. Dialogue is going to look up the answer from there. Okay, so let's do again. Let's pass the dialogues in. Okay, it's going to be like that. This model, okay. And the answer, room.answer, well, that's really dialogues.answer. Okay. Okay. And then right answer required maybe string. Why was that a maybe? Okay, let's go back. Oh, room.answer. Okay. Maps that. We don't really need room.answer. Okay. Yeah, I mean this is, again, we're getting rid of maybes because we know what we're doing now. You wouldn't know it from watching me, but yes. Okay. And so this right now, because we know it's a dialogue puzzle, we can just go ask the dialogue puzzle, what's your answer? And it gives us, it gives us that answer. But now down here, we were all worried about, oh, I want to judge the pattern answer, but what if this, what if there was no answer? And okay, so I think we can take that and say, hey, judge pattern answer, you don't need a maybe anymore. You've just got the answer. Okay, so string, the right answer is going to be a string. Okay, and so this stuff, it can't be a nothing. It's just the actual answer. Okay, so that goes away. And then right answer is, that's what that was. And we'll reformat, yes. Okay. And the tests, there may be some intermediate tests. No, nothing cared. Okay. I thought we tested this one. No, we use it, but don't test it. Okay. It's used by the display. Whether that may not be true enough. That sure looked like code to me. Okay, but let's add that to our to-dos. It started off as a pure visual function, and now it's really not. Let's see, where are you there? Right. I mean, it's kind of intermediate, right? It's using some the translation stuff from the model, but I don't know. I feel like yeah, we'll have to look at that a little further, but we're back here on view. Okay. So we got rid of another maybe. That's a good thing. All right, now that was all coming from show puzzle. Okay, we passed the dialogue and we look at dialogues. Dialogue, and then what was it? Sorry, it show puzzle has acting and dialogues. Okay. I think this really should be actions. The actions for the dialogue model, and then the dialogue. I don't know. Dialogue isn't the right word either. I mean, it's the guessing for the model, not the dialogue. The first one is more the dialogue that we care about. So let's rename this. So just to get my verbs consistent, I'll say acting and guessing. Okay, because that's kind of what you do. All right. So that one, that's all part of that. Sorry. There's guessing, excuse me. Make options, multi-answers, that's the next one to look at. Doors and so on, that's really not as interesting to us. Okay. Let's make sure tests go. Okay. And okay, so we have show puzzle. Now I want to get this thing out of here. And really what I want to do, I want show puzzle to deal with it. Okay, that's really what I want. Show puzzle knows it has dialogues. Okay, well, the other one that we know it can be a nothing. Let's take that case off the table here. Okay, so if there's no puzzle, this text thing is right. That's all we want to do. So let's do no puzzle. Okay. And then we have to add our last case, answers of answers goes to, and I'm just going to say this for a moment. Okay. Now that's equivalent to what we had. There's no real change yet. Let's fold some of these. Okay, I don't need acting. I don't think I need that. Don't need guessing. Multi-answer. Okay. I really want to do multi-answer the same as this. See, this piece, that's where the answers puzzle. We're doing that already, so that's the part that should be simpler. Okay. And model maybe answers puzzle. Oh, make multi-answers. Well, that's a lot closer to what we want. Okay. I don't want to break the old one until this new one works, though. So I think I'm just going to duplicate for a moment. All right. And I'll just comment for a briefer moment. Okay. I'm going to say this is multi-answer old. Okay. And now I'm going to make multi-answer. Okay. So just like this one where we added the dialogue puzzle coming in, I want to do the same thing here on multi-answer. So I'm going to have, answers puzzle coming in, and I'll just say puzzle and model. Okay. And okay. Try that. All right. So if you knew you had an answers puzzle, then this thing is just puzzle. Okay. But multi-answer puzzles make multi-answers once a maybe. Okay. We'll get rid of it, but for now I'm just going to pass just puzzle. All right. Nothing should complain except, yeah, not used. Okay, so now we want to call multi-answer. So let's look up here. We call multi-answer old now with the model. Okay, so show puzzle is going to call multi-answer with the answers and the model. Okay. So that should be no change. Yeah, there. The difference is if I had a puzzle come in that's an answers puzzle, but it comes in under the puzzle field instead of just dialogue puzzles coming in that way, I'm saying this should be the right thing. Okay, let's modify one. So applic is the one. Okay, so this one, you get this picture of three walls, and right now I said kind no puzzle because the answers puzzle is here. But we're going to shift. So the kind is going to be answers. And then let's format this a little better. Okay. And then the answers, if you remember we added that field, answers is going to be this stuff. Okay. And I'm going to take out answers puzzle. Most of these don't have it, right? They're mostly just dialogue puzzles. Okay, so I'm going to take this out. Okay, so if we can get to the applicability graffiti, we can see one of these working, we hope. Okay, and to save that. All right, so if I reload, and I'm just remembering, like, if I follow this path, it gets there. Okay, there it is. We got these descriptions, and we can guess what each one is. Okay. All right, and I don't remember. The first one is visitor. Oh, wait. Oh, we do have an interesting problem here. Okay, so where it gets these names is it goes through all the puzzles and finds the possible answers from them. So it just takes globally every possible answer. These are all the ones that are from dialogues. There were a couple like visitor that are only in this list. That are only part of an answers puzzle. The code that gets the answers looks for a dialogue puzzle field, and it looks for an answers puzzle field, but we don't have that anymore, or at least I'm working away from it. Okay, so I don't know what it's called. It's probably a model question. It's like all answers, maybe. Let's just take a guess. All answers. Oh, it's a game question. Okay, that's true. Yes, it is. All right. So all answers. Yeah, looks for the dialogue answers in the game. And it looks for the multi-answers in a game. So where are the multi-answers coming from? Was it all multi-answers? Game. It comes from room.answers. Okay. So what I think it should be, I kind of think every puzzle ought to be willing to contribute its answers. And in the form of a set that we can flatten, maybe. Okay, because we know, let's see, we got no puzzle is going to have no answers. Dialogue is going to have one answer. Multi-answer puzzle will presumably have multiple answers. So I can unify them with sets of answers and then merge them in this. Okay. Let's see if we got tests for this thing. Yes. Okay. Let's find them. All right. Game did all answers. Game knows all answers for dialogues. Okay, so that seems true. Game knows all answers for multi-answer puzzles. I'm going to say that's not, well, that's not how I want to do it. I think I really want to say this is a puzzle and it's going to be an answers puzzle built from these strings. That closes that. That closes that. What's your problem? Oh, answers puzzle. No. Puzzle. Oh, answers. Okay. So you should be looking in the puzzles for it. And really, I think this is step one of getting away from that old approach. I really want you to only look there. Close that. Is that right? Okay. Game knows all answers for all puzzles. Well, again, I'm gonna move away from what we had. Okay, so this is answers, answer puzzle. Okay. Now these will fail because we haven't written the code yet. Yay. Okay, hopefully just these will fail. Yes. Okay, so the answers puzzle, whoops, game. And that sort of tells us we're not well, does it? I was going to say it tells us we're, well, we need to rely on puzzle more. Put it that way. Okay, so all answers is all dialogue answers and all multi-answers. I don't know why what this is. Multi-answers. Okay. I think what it really is all answers is well, I almost want to say it's like all puzzles from the game and then the from list to list thing is making sure it's unique and then sorting it when it converts it back to a list. All puzzles games. Okay, so that should give me a bunch of puzzles. And then I want to map that. Actually, do I want to map? Yeah, I think I want to take that. So all puzzles for games, I'm going to assume will give me a puzzle, a list of puzzles. And then I'm going to do a map, list.map. And given a puzzle, I want to ask it puzzle.answers, which gives me a list. It gives me a list of lists of answers. Okay. And then I need to flatten that list. List.flatten. What is it? Is it the filter map? We did this once. Filter out certain values. No. Okay, list, repeat range, map. Well, I may want to do a reduce. Oh yeah, that's concat. Map a given function, flatten the result. That's really what I want. Concat map function and list. Puzzle answers is my function and list. Okay. And then I want to do the set.from list and set.to list. Okay. And this is what I learned as top-down programming from the old Nicholas Wirth textbook. Because I'm just sort of assuming methods into existence that don't really exist. Okay. We're due for a break, though. So let's take a couple-minute break, and we'll come back and convert this to this. And hopefully make that, then we can make that unwanted piece go away. All right, so see you in a couple minutes. Welcome back. All right. Let's see. How am I doing on my to-do? Make view understand puzzle type. Well, we kind of did, but right now we're off. Make game understand all possible answers. Okay. All right. So we've got this all answers for game. We're saying if you had all the puzzles and you concatenated all the answers from each puzzle into a list or into a set and then turn it into a sorted list, you would have what this thing had wanted. All right, so all puzzles. It's going to look a lot like all dialogues. Well, all dialogue answers is different. Okay, all puzzles. Game goes to list of puzzle. And all puzzles of game is. Okay, so if we map each room to its answer. Okay, so I think we're going to start the same. We're going to go through the dictionary values. We're going to pull out the room.answer. I think this should be room.puzzle. Okay, answer is maybe puzzle name. We're trying to get the puzzles. Well, let's just pull out puzzle. Okay, we're going to assume each one has only one. Okay, so list.map to room.puzzle. Okay, and that should give us a list of puzzles. That seems like a good thing. I guess we never asked for it before. Okay. Whoops. What's the matter? Okay, map that to the puzzles. Okay, that's the list of puzzles. Okay, let's comment out the old. Okay, take all puzzles from the game, concat map, puzzle.answers. Well, that one does not exist, so let's go to puzzle. Okay, and we're saying there's a function answers. We're going to export it. Okay. Answers goes from puzzle to list of pattern name. Okay. I think we got a little arranging to do there. And then answers of puzzle equals, well, there's three possibilities as of now. So case puzzle of, if it's no puzzle, we return set.empty. Okay. I guess it's list of puzzles. List.empty. Well, let's just do it directly. Okay, if it's a dialogue puzzle, the dialogue puzzle is just going to be the answer. I guess it's in a list. And then a answers puzzle, it's going to return answers puzzle dot answers. Okay, and answers puzzle, answers is a list of pattern names. Okay. Okay. And I'm feeling good. Oh, there we are. Yeah. Okay. All right. The puzzle, the pause there was the pattern name is coming from an underlying type, and I just don't want it to. I don't know where I should put it. Maybe it's a standalone thing because it's not restricted to dialogue puzzles that they have pattern names, right? Because our answer puzzle also has it. So it's importing dialogue puzzles, which is not right. Okay, so I'm going to pull out a new class, and it's just going to be pattern name, I guess. New module pattern name. I don't think helpers. Let's take a look. No. New module pattern name. Okay. And it's got the type pattern name. Okay, somebody should complain. Dialogue puzzle. It doesn't expose that anymore, but it imports it. Well, my tool is supposed to offer to do that. There we go. And okay, that's dialogue puzzle. What about answers puzzle? Well, it imports pattern name exposing that. Okay, and then puzzle. All right, should pass. Oh, missed one. Room. Is pattern name. Import that. Probably some tests reference it. Oh, game. Okay, we'll work our way up. Yeah, that was not a good dependency. Okay, much better. Tests. Oh, message still. Okay. So pull pattern name to its own module. Push that. All right. And I think we've done that. Okay, now I still wonder in game. Okay, where's our all answers? Yeah. Okay. So all dialogue answers, all multi-answers not used. Okay, so we're gonna kill dead code in game. All dialogue answers is not used. All multi-answers is not used. Okay. Now there's still stuff going on here. All right, this I think I'm pretty happy with. You got to get the list of puzzles from the game, and then each one gives its own opinion. Yeah. Okay, and that's not exposed. Right. This is funny. Answers puzzle length. I don't know, a lot of these things are just suspicious to me now. Okay. Like this. This is all correct. This sure looks like, well, it sure looks like a decision for a multi-answer puzzle to make. Did you solve me? Not necessarily one for the game to make. I don't know why it wants the correct rooms. See that? Yeah. Now, okay, I'm trying to straighten out these implications now, but we did kill the dead code, so let's check that in. I guess I should say refactor when it's a real refactor. Okay, make view understand the puzzle type. Yeah, we've made progress. Okay, so now show puzzle. Let's run the game and make sure this is working correctly. Okay, so we will go here and go here and go here. Okay, this is visitor. I see a better list. Okay, add responsibilities dynamically and transparently. Decorator. And then seller without explicitly specifying the receiver. I think chain of responsibility. Oh. Are we solving marking puzzles correctly? Because I thought that looked pretty good to me. Visitor, decorator, and chain of responsibility. Okay. All right. So again, we're trying to get rid of models has answer puzzle, and we're not handling it correctly to judge when the puzzle is right. Okay, so let's. Okay, so let's see. What do we have to do here? I think game is probably the culprit again. Yeah, we were looking at this. Right, room.answers. That's probably the problem. Oh, answers puzzle. Well, maybe we should see who's referencing this. Can I do that? Yes. Room game says get answers puzzle for answers puzzle length. Well, that's probably not good. Answers puzzle has value, has answers puzzle. Okay, that makes me wonder who's calling hasDialog. Maybe back up a little. Model get room has dialog. Yep. Okay, room has dialog. Oh, look at this. Okay. If I take the test ones out, model has dialog. Who calls this? Referenced. Oh, model test. Okay. Yeah. This is not needed now because the only place that was using it was tests. Okay, so let's take it out of this test. Okay. And hasDialog is gone. Okay, I'm stacking things up. I know. Eliminate hasDialog puzzle. Okay. What was the other test I had? Was it game test? hasDialog puzzle. That's in room. hasDialog is not used. Okay, so it goes out here. hasDialog dialog puzzle. Who uses this? Dialog puzzle defines it. Dialog puzzle test uses it. Well, it doesn't leave a lot in dialog puzzle test now, does it? Which it has no functions to test, really. Okay, only used there. There. Can I make an empty test list? We may fill this back in. I don't want to delete it just yet. Okay, so hasDialog. Room test was the other one, yes. Okay. The rest is hasDialog puzzle, and I'm suspicious of that. So model provides it, but no view is never using it. So I don't know who needed that. hasDialog puzzle. This is one of my goals of this, was getting rid of these Boolean things about, do you have this? Do you have that? Do you have the other? It's like, you got a puzzle, and maybe it's a no puzzle, but you got something. Okay, let's go up here. I think I can do it. Whoops. Optimize imports. Okay, so hasDialog puzzle in model. It's defined, called in one place. hasDialog puzzle. Okay, we got room dialog puzzle. Who uses this? Okay, it's defined here. It's only used by model. And that is only used by model test. Okay, so model test doesn't need this method anymore. Okay, now that's dead here. So it's no longer exposed. And then room. That one is dead there. Okay, has no tests in it. dialog puzzle test. All right, I'm going to delete this. Okay, and then hasDialog puzzle. Okay. Wait. Okay, sneaky. All right. So to do hasDialog puzzle. Yes, that's done. Okay. Move this down. Okay, make puzzle know when multi-answer puzzle is right. Okay, so, well, game should know it if not. Okay, so correct multi-answer rooms. Let's see who's using that. Message. Okay, so this is guess multi-pattern given a model and an index. All right, so this function is going to give us, I believe it's another set. Which is really a singleton set of the current room if all the guesses are right. So we get the current room and the updated guesses is the user's guess in model.game. Okay. So this is telling us, well, this is in message. So when somebody makes a guess, well, I guess they're guessing this pattern at this index. So I was selecting the first, the second, the third in the model. It's going to produce the new update step, I guess you'd say. Okay. So this is answering, are you correct? Are all your answers correct, I guess? Okay, so get room.answers, room name. Well, I don't know why that's, it seems like that only applies on a multi-answer puzzle. Okay, get current room model multi-guesses. Model multi-guesses. Okay, so in our model, our runtime models are kind of runtime. Game is the static game definition. So in our state, the model, we're keeping track of previous guesses. So some rooms just have a single pattern name. Some rooms have a list of pattern names. You probably could fold this together. Some rooms don't need any. Okay. But the rooms for which you guess things, okay. You get the list of multiple guesses out. All right. And now we're asking, I give you an array of pattern names. I tell you a room name, and I give you an array of guesses, basically, for a game, and you tell me, does this room qualify? So you're going to get room.answers. Okay. And that's the one that's problematic, because we're looking at answers puzzle, and that's the thing we're trying to get rid of. Room.answers. Now we kind of just did this, right? We got the answers. This may be where we pick up next time. All right, so I guess I'm going to try and get smarter before the last few minutes here. All right, makes multi-answer puzzle is right. Okay, and then I guess this is game.correct multi-answer rooms. Yeah, so what's making this confusing is that we're trying to say what are the answers, but you might not be that kind of puzzle. So the guess is coming in from the run time, basically. So the drop downs, when you change a drop down on that 3 drop down list, that's going to affect the difference there. Let's see. Hey, be a voice actor, make more money than programming. It'd be nice to think so, and thank you. Haven't heard of Elm. Okay. So Elm's a functional programming language. It's got static types. So, I mean, the two big versions, there's the Lisp family is dynamic types, where you don't have to say what type things are. Everything's kind of either a list or an atom, and it works it out. In Elm, you really do have to match types up. So that's why I have these declarations. So it's a functional language, and here's a function. It's got argument 1, argument 2, argument 3, and basically, right now, at least, it compiles down to JavaScript, and it's pretty interoperable with it, I guess. I don't do enough JavaScript, and certainly not enough mixing it with Elm to make a difference. So it's a pretty good little language. We're on episode 30, so I've been working at it for a week and a half here. But I definitely get stuck sometimes, and here I am trying to figure out the sensible thing of what's going on. We have this notion of a game with either kind of one answer or multiple answers, and I'm trying to deal with a case of multiple answers. Because I'm changing the data structures around, I'm looking in the wrong places right now. So right now they're looking in room.answers, and it really should be looking in the puzzle for the answers. So we're trying to straighten that out. But we're almost done for, I'm in Eastern time, so almost done for the morning here. I'm probably going to have another session or two this week. I'm off work this week, so maybe tomorrow, probably Wednesday afternoon, I'll continue on. And You can find the old sessions on either Twitch or YouTube. So worth a look, and Elm's definitely worth some study. All right, so we will pick up there next time. We'll figure out why or where we have to go to get these answers, and maybe we can simplify some of this stuff as well. It seems like we should be able to. My main business, I'm a programmer and software coach, mostly working in Java or Kotlin at this point, but play with these other languages and stuff on my extra time there. All right. So anyway, that's a wrap, and I'll see you probably either tomorrow or Wednesday. We'll see how my week goes. All right. Thanks. Bye bye. Take care.